91X.
Hey, this is Oz coming at you live from the Sunset Sessions, and we're with Kaz from Redlight King. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Oz. Pleasure.
You had one of my favorite songs of 2011.
Okay.
You know the old man song.
Oh, right on.
That you did the cover and the sample of the Neil Young
Right.
thing was awesome. Talk about that a little bit.
Sure. Thanks very much. It was, originally it was a song I sort of wrote as a guilty pleasure, because I write all original music, and it's very rare that I sample, but I wrote an original song called Hardworking Hands, and then I was coming home from the studio. I heard Neil's Old Man come on the radio. It just hit me with the timing of this song that I was writing. And so anyways, I cut it. I sampled it all up, and I replayed all the guitars to make it sound old school. We did some stuff with some tape emulation, played old hollow bodies and stuff like that. So I'm sort of landscaped the track, and I started playing it for my friends, and they were all tripping out. You know what I mean? They thought it was awesome. So the next mission was to get it to Neil.
Now he doesn't allow. Up to that point, he had not allowed anybody to sample any of his stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
You were the first.
Yeah.
What'd you have to do?
As far as we know, for me, it was just about people hearing the song. I wasn't trying to, gain anything out of it other than people hearing it. And I think we wrote a great song. And I think the lyric and where he is in his career, he wrote that song in '72. So it's like years later, he's listening to Old Man. He came down and he left Canada and moved to Hollywood. I did a similar thing 5 years ago. So maybe the timing was right for him as well. But I got it to his team, his camp, and they all said no. That was the thing about it. So we said fine. We cut the album and without the song. And then a few weeks later, the president of my record label, who's an old boy, Bob Cavallo, he's been around for years, same generation as Neil. He got it to Neil. He got Neil to listen to it. Neil really liked it. And he said, "Well, let's put it out."
Yeah, the video was awesome too. It was like I said, one of my favorite songs, top 5 songs of 2011. So
thanks, man. I tried to take as much pride in my work as possible. I was just trying to sort of relive our lifestyle. Let's try to capture that.
Now you're Canadian, and I got a chance to go to a Vancouver radio station a long time ago, and the thing that impressed me was that in Canada, like 20 or 30% of the playlist has to be Canadian artists. Right. I thought that was a great idea for up and coming Canadian bands. What do you think of that?
Really, I love it too. It really helps. Was it Seafox?
It was Seafox.
Yeah, really good guys. They're really supportive, and I think and the other thing that's fantastic about Canada, because it's such a small market, it's only 3% of the world's market, and we're next door neighbors, and we get a lot of American music and a lot of American influence, obviously, which is fantastic. But we get government grants from the government for helping write records, record records, do videos. Plus, you get the 30% can content, which is it just helps Canadian artists because we are a small community and helps develop artists. So it's a good look.
Now the only drawback about being an artist in Canada, I hear that touring is kind of tough.
There's a lot
because there's like 14 hours between cities, right?
Oh yeah, at least 14. I mean, you do a Toronto to Thunder Bay run, that's 18. Then you gotta go west, and you're talking 20, 30 hour drives across the country. It's like 48 hours. I don't know how many hours exactly it is to Vancouver from Toronto, but and then you got to do it in the winter, because you're up north, so you got to you got a 15 passenger van with a trailer, and you're going to Whistler. Man, it can get a little squirrely. So I mean, I've done that run lots.
So if you're an artist in Canada, you earned your stripes.
Yeah. I absolutely believe that is 100% true, man.
Now you got a new record coming out later this year. Talk about that. When can we expect it? What's it going to be called? When's
it's going to be out in September. We're going to have the first single out. It's called Born to Rise. And there's 11 songs on the album. It's an album I'm very proud of. We came off the road. We're a 4-piece rock band. We came off the road. We recorded the album, straight away. I had 30 songs or so written. So we just got in the studio, did arrangements, went live to the floor, recorded our bed tracks, and then I just sat with the record and recorded the vocals. The record's called Irons in the Fire. and then there's a lot of heavy rock songs on there, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of unique Redlight King things in there too, because I have so many different influences and different genres, as you could hear, like with Old Man.
Yeah,
you
which gave me an kind of an Everlast
Sure,
vibe.
absolutely. I grew up sort of listening to hip hop as well as rock, so I've just sort of blended and evolved that throughout the years of playing with bands and being a guitar player. So.
All right. Well, looking forward to the record. A couple of things that aren't music related. I have a '66 Ragtop Mustang,
Nice.
and you've got a couple of vintage Fords too, from what I understand. What do you got?
What's in the convertible? 289.
289.
Nice.
4-barrel.
Cool, man.
Gets about 4 miles to the gallon.
Maybe a little better than that. That's a good
9,
car.
maybe 9.
9, maybe 9, 10. I actually just sold my '62 Thunderbird. It had a 390 in it. And it was a bagged out car. It was really, really nice, and I sold it to a good, cool family friend, young kid. I had that car, since '98, and that was always a special car to me. I just picked up a '57 Ford Ranchero.
Oh, wow.
3 on the tree, straight 6. Can't stop the straight 6. That's my grocery getter. And then I got a 1937 Lincoln Zephyr that I'm restoring. It's a bit of a project, but it's a very rare car with a flathead V12 in it.
All right.
And so that's the next one.
Some great rides. And then finally, you're Canadian, but you're living in L.A.
Yeah.
Kings or Maple Leafs?
Oh man, well, last year it was the Kings because I love bandwagons and hopping on them.
Welcome to L.A.
No, I'm a hardcore Leafs fan. Unfortunately, I'm doomed for life. But I love my Leafs.
All right. Thanks for taking a minute. Well, like I said, I love your stuff, and good luck with the new record.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Oz.
Over and out from the Sunset Sessions.
91X.